Okay, good day everyone. In this morning, we will discuss about the comparison of boiling points of amines, alcohols, and alkanes. So in carbon 1 atom, there are methane, methylamine, o methanol. So in methane, which is the structure is the CH4. It is a natural gas because the boiling point of methane is so low it must be cooled for it to become a liquid and cooled even more become a solid. So if ang molecular mass sa molecule kay gamay, the boiling point value is decreases too. Methane molecular mass is 16. It is the lower molecular mass in alkane compound series. Therefore, the boiling point of methane has the lowest boiling point in alkane series. The CH band are very weakly polarized because sa iyang electronegativity differences between carbon and hydrogen atoms are very small, so their dipole-dipole interactions are too weak. So ang methane are considered as a nonpolar compound and also consider they are only weak London dispersion forces which are the lowest strong intermolecular forces. Then ang methylamine, the structure of methylamine is the CH single bond in H2. Indicate contains NH bonds, so these polar bonds made up relatively small atoms, the N and H, allow methylamine to take part in hydrogen bonding, and ang hydrogen bonding is attraction between the N in one methylamine molecule and the H in another one. So ang hydrogen bonding, also known as a stronger intermolecular force, so, is polar and can form intermolecular hydrogen bonds. However, its tendency to form intermolecular hydrogen bond is less than that of methanol. Is mas taas ang electronegativity oxygen atom sa methanol. So as a result, methylamine has lower boiling point than methanol. It's because, as we know, that hydrogen bonding follows the order of F, O, and N, fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. Therefore, the attraction of methanol is more higher boiling point than methylamine. So, when we say amines, it is a generally have lower boiling points than alcohol compare sa ilang molar mass because amines have weaker hydrogen bonds than alcohol. So, let's proceed to the methanol. So, methanol has a strong hydrogen bonds. The strong intermolecular forces give methanol a high boiling point, but the H bonds and methylamine are weaker because the nitrogen is less electronegativity negative than oxygen. It requires less energy to break the weaker intermolecular forces. So, ang methylamine has lower boiling point than methanol. So, the boiling point of methanol is higher than methane. So, methane is nonpolar molecule. They are only very weak London dispersion forces. So, methanol is a polar molecule which the OH group is also present there. So, ang relatively interactions sa methanol kay dipole interactions and also the hydrogen bonding are present. So, that's all.
So, good day everyone. My name is Alexander Ramil Cadayona. I'll be discussing the number 2 carbon atoms. So as you can see sa two carbon atoms na atay ethane, dimethylamine, ethylamine, o ethanol. So why is it alkane has a lower boiling point, which is this nagregard sa ethane? Because to its symmetry, ethane is not polar. As a result, the only intermolecular forces present are van der Waals London dispersion forces of attraction, which are weak and require little energy to break, resulting in ethane's low boiling point. So, ang ethane daw is not polar. So, ang result nga only makapresent sa IMFA is van der Waals o London dispersion forces, which is kaning nga mga IMFA is mga weak and it requires little energy para mag-break mo ng resulta baba ang boiling point sa alkane, which is ang ethane. Why is it alcohol has the highest boiling point? So, nganong mas taas og boiling point ang ethanol? Because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, ethanol has a higher boiling point than ethane. In ethanol, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is possible, but not in ethane. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding causes molecular connection and increases the boiling point because breaking these hydrogen bonds requires energy. Tungod sa intermolecular hydrogen bonding, tapos, di ba, makita dire mas taas og boiling point ang ethanol kaysa sa ethane kay tungod mo nang possible nga maka hydrogen bonding ang ethanol pero dili ang ethane mo nang mag-cause og intermolecular hydrogen bonding tungod sa molecular connection o para mas ma-increase ang boiling point kay para ma-break ning hydrogen bonds it requires energy man because the O and also because the OH group permits alcohol because to engage in hydrogen bonding they have higher boiling temperature than ethers and alkenes with similar molar weights. Alcohol molecules with 4 or fewer carbon atoms are soluble in water because they form hydrogen bonds with water molecule but equivalent alkane molecules do not. So, tungod sa hydroxyl OH group, maka-engage siya sa hydrogen bonding, nya taas siya boiling point kaysa sa alkane. Nya same ra sab sila og, di ba? As you can see, same lang sila og molar weights. Alcohol molecules nga upat or fewer carbon atoms are soluble siya in water kay maka-form siya og hydrogen bonds with water molecules but ang alkane dili. Nganong last last question. Why is it that a secondary amine has lower boiling point than a primary amine? The secondary amine has a lower boiling point than the primary amine with the same amount of carbon atoms. Secondary amines still establish hydrogen bonds, but the presence of the nitrogen atom in the middle of the chain rather than at the end reduces the molecule's permanent dipole. The methylamine has a lower boiling point than ethylamine due to reduced dipole-dipole attraction. So, as you can see, same lang siya, parehara siya, same amount of carbon atoms, pero nganong mas taas ang ethylamine kaysa sa dimethylamine, which is mas taas ang primary kaysa sa secondary. Mas baba gamay ang secondary amine kaysa sa primary nga una, di ba, matingat nga. Same lang mo siya, carbon atom, same lang siya. Pero, mas taas lang dyan siya kamay. Kay still, ang secondary amine makakreate or makabuild gihapon siya og hydrogen bond pero tungod sa presence sa nitrogen atom which is naa sa middle chain as you can see kaysa naa siya sa ulahi. Mao nang molecule sa permanent dipole magkababa. The higher boiling temperatures of primary amines are due to their ability to form hydrogen bonds as well as van der Waals dispersion forces and dipole-dipole interactions. The lone pair on the very electronegative nitrogen atom can establish hydrogen bonds with the slightly positive hydrogen atom in other molecules. So, ang lone pair sa electronegative nitrogen atom can establish gyapon siya ay kanang the slightly positive hydrogen atom sa pikas nga molecule. So, can see na adre oh. Because there aren't as many lone pairs as there are water. Compare siya sa water nga dagan og lone pairs which is ang kuan man ang dimethylamine og ang ethylamine kay tag duha lang ay kuan lang siya lone pair lang o isa ra siya ka some slightly positive hydrogen atoms will be unable to hydrogen bond with a lone pair. There are twice as many hydrogens appropriate for lone pairs as there are lone pairs because of the stronger van der Waals dispersion forces between larger molecules. The boiling point of primary amines rise as chain length in increases. So, wala lang to.
Good day, everyone. I'm Giselle Marie Diano, and now I'm going to discuss about the differences in boiling point having the three compounds attached in a compound. So, sa ako is na ay lima ka compounds nga say they have the same carbon atoms, tulo ka carbon in each, but then it differs their boiling points. Also, they have this similar molar masses lang. So, makita, di mo siya makita, no? Siya maklaro. So, si propane, naa siya 44 grams per mole. Iyahang, ayan. So, si propane, naa siya 44. And then, si trimethylamine is 59. Then, si N-methyl-1-ethanamine is 59 also. O si propanamine and si propanol is 60. So, gamay ra kayo ang ilahang differences. But then, the big difference in boiling points. So, kani sa lima ka compounds, kani si propane sa alkane group, siya lang ang non-polar sa ilaha. So, non-polar siya, it's because hydrocarbons lang ang composition nga basta gani hydrocarbons non-polar na siya. It's because si carbon ug si hydrogen is pareho lang og sa sila partially positive charge mo ng non-polar. So, ang kani siya, so previous ni ay kang Feby ug kang Alexandra is ang alkane na lang siya intermolecular forces of attraction which is the London dispersion force or van der Waals force nga which is the weak among the intermolecular forces of attraction. So, kung weak ang intermolecular forces of attraction, so gamay pod ang iyahang boiling point. So, kaning seol, manang seol, dali ra kayo na siya mo bukal. Gamay lang ganing sindi mo buto dayon. Mana siya. So, i-disregard ni nato si propane among sa 5 compounds. It's because dili man siya maka-create og hydrogen bond or dili siya lang ang non-polar. The rest are polar molecules. So, basta gani hinay ang intermolecular forces of attraction, gamay pod ang iyang boiling point. So, disregard na nato na siya niya. Gamay po siya og molar mass. So, wala na siya labot. So, direta sa upat. Ang kaning nabilin nga 4 compounds, poros na sila molecular by polar molecules, then maka-generate ni sila og hydrogen bonding except kang trimethylamine. Paki-zoom daw ko, Feb. Kani si trimethylamine. Okay. Dili na siya maka-generate og hydrogen bond. Why? Kay dili man siya katong kang wala to na ko ni Alexandra kaganiha sa ano yon, primary and secondary. Kani si trimethylamine tertiary ni siya. So among the primary, secondary ug tertiary, kanilang si tertiary ang dili maka-generate og hydrogen bond. It's because si nitrogen is dili siya directly nga naka-connect kang hydrogen. So kung makita ninyo si nitrogen directly bonded to carbon lang siya. Mo dili siya maka-generate og hydrogen bond. So, mo na siya si trimethylamine is hinay ang iyahang ay gamay ang iyahang boiling point among the amines. Okay, dire sa compound nga same lang ang carbon number o hydrogen number, but then gamay ang iyahang boiling point. It's because dili siya maka-generate og hydrogen bonding kay dili siya directly bonded to hydrogen, si nitrogen. Okay. Then, kung makita ninyo si N-methylamine, N-methyl-1-ethanamine di ay, so, wala siya to kang Alexandra kaganiha. Isa lang ang iyahang gidala nga hydrogen. Connected duha ka carbon ang iyahang bond and then the lone pair. Okay, mo na siya ang kani nitrogen, mo na siya ang iyahang rule niya. And then si propanamine. Si propanamine kay duha ang iyahang propanamine ayon nasa baba. Duha ang iyahang gidala nga hydrogen, manang mas taas pa siya og boiling point kaysa kang N-methyl ethanamine. Kay it's because mas kusog ang iyahang pull sa electrons ni hydrogen. Duha ang iyahang ikuha kang hydrogen nga electrons. So mas kusog ang ilahang hydrogen bond, so mas taas pod ang ilahang boiling point. Lastly is si propanol. So sa kabalota nga kaning naay hydroxyl group, mo ni siya ang pinakakusog mo adapt og pinakataas og boiling point. Okay, it's because pwede siya kung taparan nato siya og lain nga molecule, so propanol, so mo na to siya mo kwanto si maka-create siya og water kung gamitan nato siya og acid catalyst, di ba? Nya, kuha na nato siya og lain sa itapan nato siya sa other molecule niya, maka-generate sila og water, which is nga taas ang boiling point. So, dugay siya mubukal. So, asa na to? So, the more ang atoms nga capable nga mupul gani og electron, so, the more polar it is. So, kato si trimethylamine kay si carbon lang ang iyahang dili man si hydrogen ang iyahang na pull, wala sila hydrogen bond, so dili kayo sila ingon nga polar. So that's why gamay ang ilahang boiling point. While si N-methyl ethanamine kay naa siya hydrogen bond, but then isa lang ang iyahang hydrogen present ang nakabond kang nitrogen, so less polar sila than kang propanamide nga duha ang hydrogen nga naka-connect. Much more kang propanol, it's because mataingon ni Feby si nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. So mas taas og electronegative si oxygen daysa kang nitrogen. So mas kusog siya mo pull og electrons. So that's why mas taas ang hydrogen bond, mas strong ang hydrogen bond ni propanol kaysa the rest of the amines, most especially kang propane nga hydrocarbons lang si propane. So that's it. Nagets? Thank you.
Good day, everyone. So I am Angeline Orsa. I'm gonna discuss about the propylamine and also the ethylmethylamine. So CH3, single bond CH2, single bond CH2, single bond NH2. The IUPAC name of this is propanamine. The common name of this is propylamine, and the boiling point 49 degrees Celsius, and it is soluble in water. Cypropalamine can form hydrogen bonds between an NH, that's one, NH and an electron pair on a neighboring molecule. Si hydrogen bonding increases the boiling point of propylamine. Matay nga ni Ali Gaina og ni ate na the more capable ang hydrogen rather, so mas dako ang iyahang boiling point. Si propylamine is higher because na primary amine man siya na maka-form siya og hydrogen bonds. So ang reason nganong dako siya og nganong dako siya og boiling points, it is because primary amine siya and that they can form hydrogen bonds with each other as well as the von der Waal dispersion forces and the dipole-dipole interactions. And then, si hydrogen bonds manggod, mag-form siya between sa lone pair, di ba? As nakita ninyo ang lone pair niya baba sa nitrogen nga na ay very electronegative nitrogen atom and a slightly positive hydrogen atom in another. And then the next one is ang kaning ethylmethylamine na CH3 single bond CH2 single bond NH and single bond CH3. Ang iyahang IUPAC name N-methyl ethanamine o ang iyang common name is ethylmethylamine. Soluble siya sa water because na siya very strong basic compound. And as you can see, ang iyang boiling point pa di ay na siya 37 degrees Celsius. Yes, soluble siya sa water. Lara. Si ethylmethylamine is secondary amine siya. Ang boiling point of the secondary amine is a little lower kaysa sa corresponding primary amine with the same number of carbon atoms, di ba? Sabi ingan ni Alessandra na ang primary og secondary kay pareha lang siya og carbon atoms pero different in boiling points. Sa secondary amines mag-form gihapon siya og hydrogen bonds but having the nitrogen atom in the middle of the chain after the chain that the end makes the end makes the permanent dipole on the molecule slightly less. Yeah. So, the lower boiling point is due to the lower dipole-dipole attractions sa ethylmethylamine compared sa propylamine. Diba? As you can see, primary man si propylamine, tapos sa secondary si ethylmethylamine. So, meaning, mas dako ang si propylamine kay tungod primary man siya, mas capable yung hydrogen bond kaysa kay ethylmethylamine. Though mag-capable gihapon, magpa-hydrogen bonding gihapon si ethylmethylamine, pero dili kayo capable lang iyang hydrogen bonding kay tungod secondary man siya and then na siya sa in the middle of the chain. So, the more capable ang imong hydrogen, mag-increase ang imuhang boiling points. That's all.